to Drinkosaurus,
where we take ancient cocktail recipes into the modern era.
My name's Matt, I'm your host, and let's get drinking. In today's episode, we are going to do another new mystery ingredient challenge, where I went to the liquor store, found some things that looked good, and what we're going to do is we're going to taste them together. We will decide on which of these two ingredients I am going to make a cocktail out of, and then you're going to see me build a cocktail from it. So as you might notice, I did delve into these a little bit, but Danielle and Jen have not had a chance to taste them yet. So we're all going to taste them and see which one we like best. First, well, these are both from Wild Moon, which is a place that I've never heard of. I wish I could give you some more information, but I didn't do my research. So let's read the back of the bottle, just like a kid who needs to do their book report. So we have this chai spice one. So Danielle, why don't you pick up that bottle and give us a little read?
Wild Moon Liqueurs from Hartford Flavor Company are handcrafted in small batches. Our line of all-natural botanical liqueurs is made with high-quality, locally sourced ingredients that are gluten-free and chemical-free. Sediment in this bottle is proof that our liqueurs are truly natural. Please shake and enjoy. And the Hartford Flavor Company logo is Artemis, so I find that very exciting.
Thanks. So it sounds like these are from Connecticut, unless there's some other Hartford anywhere that I don't know about. So Let's first taste the chai spice one. I like chai tea and I like chai flavors, so it smells like chai.
Yeah.
Yes, it smells very chai.
All right, do you want to try it?
Not anymore.
All right, let's go. That's really sweet.
Yeah. It's just like chai spice.
Oh my god.
Syrup.
Yeah, it just tastes like cinnamon syrup.
Yeah, the bite from it doesn't even give me like an alcohol vibe so much as like a pungent cinnamon, allspice, whatever.
Mm-hmm. Let's see.
My god.
It is 20%. So it's 40 proof, which is relatively low. That's actually pretty low, so that's around like a vermouth level. Yeah, I mean, it delivers on the flavor. Definitely chai spice.
It does, yeah, it has that. It just, there's no hint of alcohol flavor whatsoever. Just sugary spice.
Which, that's probably a positive for you.
Yeah, that's fine with me.
So this could almost like take the place of some simple syrup, since it's so sweet.
Yeah.
And it's thick.
Yeah.
Interesting. So let's make sure you finish. Oh, I'm the only
I
one who
did
didn't
finish. I'm just looking at the sediment at the bottom. That's how I know it's natural.
Yeah.
Nothing says natural like sediment on your bottom. So let's move over to this other flavor, which is cucumber. But before you read that, there was two other flavors in there. I think one of them was birch, which I have like birch.
Oh, birch. I love birch flavor.
Danielle loves her birches. I was responsible because I have a bad habit of being like, there's a whole series of these. Let me get all of them. But I narrowed it down to chai and cucumber. So let's hear a bit about the cucumber. At least like the first half. The second half is probably about sediment.
It probably says the same thing.
Wild Moon Liqueurs from Heart, blah, blah, blah.
It's
exactly the same thing.
Cucumber from Hartford.
It's cucumber.
Is there sediment?
Yes.
It almost sounds like they're like trying to cover it up. They're like, hey, there's sediment in here. But that just means it's natural.
I'm kind of nervous about what a cucumber liqueur is going to taste like. I'm not going to lie.
I'm kind of excited.
I'm excited but hesitant.
You want to know what it probably tastes like?
Cucumbers taste a lot like water, so.
Ooh.
I feel healthy.
I feel like I'm gonna, that hour of sleep I didn't get tonight.
It makes me feel like a spa when you get the nice cucumber water.
I feel like a woman who's eating a salad and laughing.
Just like that.
Just like that.
All right, let's taste it. It smells cucumbery.
So interesting.
No.
It's so interesting.
It's surprisingly sweet as well.
Yeah.
There's a sweetness to that.
Oh my god, I hate it.
I like it.
I do too.
I wish it was less sweet. Do you want to do a little experiment?
Oh, what's my experiment?
You just pour it in there. Wow.
Science.
Oh. Hey. It's got the cucumber flavor. It just... There's something else with it that I don't like. And I feel like the sweetness with it, like, it's not the right kind of sweetness for that cucumber. It makes it taste like if I ate a cucumber and it had this kind of flavor, I worry that it went bad.
Well, it's alcohol. And given that alcohol is the product of fermenting things, that would make sense. I would say if I could, like, if I were at Wild Moon Distillery, Wild Moon Liqueurs, I would probably put less sugar in that. I would keep it a little bit more neutral. So the question that we have to determine now is which one we are going to put into a cocktail. So, Jen, what is your vote?
Cucumber.
Danielle, what is your vote?
Chai.
Uh-oh. Looks like we have to decide.
Phineas? Sniff, what do you think?
He chooses the cucumber.
I knew it was going to be
Cute
cucumber.
as a cucumber.
I might like it more in a drink, so that's fine.
I don't think these are meant to be had on their own.
I really hope not.
They're very sweet. So let's put this in. So my challenge will be making this palatable for Danielle. So let's go with the cucumber.
Yeah. We've had a lot of chai-esque beverages already on the show, so I'm really excited to see how that turns into something else.
Yeah, so the chai spice is very similar to Bekarovka, similar to Nocino, similar to Allspice Dram. That would be, like, this is the easy option. Like, this would be super easy. Put this with some rye.
Don't hit me.
Like, you could just make a rye old fashioned. That would be super easy. Would you be more convinced knowing that this will be more of a challenge for me?
Yeah, I like that.
Great. So, let us get rid of Jen and Danielle. We're getting rid of them.
Get rid of us.
And we'll check back in to see what we can make with this cucumber liqueur. So let's get to it. There we go.
There. I'll do like a mask of her and make it so it looked like she did it at the same time.
Perfect.
We're still on camera, honey.
I thought you were getting rid of us.
Well, I am now. And we're back with our cucumber liqueur. Even though cucumber isn't typically a flavor I mix with, I'm feeling really strongly about a few ingredients that I think will work well. So let me have you think for a moment. What spirit do you think would go well with cucumber? So I can think of two options right off the bat. One would be vodka. Vodka's pretty neutral and I think would complement the light flavors of the cucumber. But I'm going to go with gin. And I'm going to use this ginger gin because that's fun to say. But I tried this gin, there's not really strong ginger notes. But even if there's like a slight hint of ginger, I feel like gin, botanicals, ginger, cucumber, it kind of fits that sort of spa theme that either Jen or Danielle was talking about. And it'll probably mellow out the sweetness because I think my issue is that this is very sweet. So I have to be careful. But I also want to make sure to make it sweet enough because I know Jen and Danielle have a more sweeter palate, Danielle especially. I'm going to mix with some citrus. What citrus goes well with cucumber? Well, you put cucumber in water. What else do you put in water? Lemon. So I have my pre-juiced lemon here. So cucumber, lemon, gin, it's all sounding pretty good. This next one is just basically like palate service for Danielle. She's probably going to be the harder one to please, so let's see if she reacts here. She's right over there. Elderflower.
Oh, you sold me.
She loves elderflower. But I think, like, cucumber, floral, I think it just works together. So this will add a little bit more sweetness, but I think it'll add a floral characteristic. If you've never had elderflower before, it tastes like honey flower? It's like honey, floral honey, kind of. It has like a honey-like characteristic. So I think this will be my base. These are all flavors that I feel like complement cucumber well. Not that when you make a cocktail, you're going to keep like lighter cocktail ingredients together and darker ones together, but these are all pretty light in color and both in flavor. So I think that will complement well. So I have, my fear here is that this will be, I need to make sure I make a cocktail that I like. And I like complexity in my drinks. So I have in reserve this almost empty bottle of Campari, which can add more herbal elements. And I also have Peychaud bitters, which has a sort of anise flavor, which I think will be just a little bit of like mouth interest. I'm gonna hold off on these. I'm gonna put these together. If they're interesting as is, I won't need these, but these are for just adding a little bit more pizzazz. I feel like this will be a little bit too bland, too safe, and I like to make it a little risky. Let's organize the table a little bit and start mixing. So all drinks come from some sort of inspiration. My inspiration here is going to be a gimlet, but kind of. So a gimlet is gin, lime, and simple syrup. So gin, lime, citrus, and a sweetening agent. I'm going to use lemon here. I think lemon goes a little bit better with cucumber. And instead of the sweetening agent, I'm going to hope that the sweetness of the cucumber liqueur carries that sweet element. If not, I have some simple syrup as a backup. So we'll see how sweet it is. I'm gonna start with 1.5 ounces of gin. Gin's pretty potent, and I don't want this to be all gin, so I'm going to put a little bit less in there. But I do not want it to be all cucumber, so I'm gonna put a respectable amount. This is a little bit of a risk, because I can't really take any of that out. So hopefully, I feel pretty confident. 1.5 ounces of gin feels good. Since this is featuring the cucumber liqueur, I'm going to put half that amount, so 0.75 of it in place. I don't believe in like using an ingredient and hiding it. You're going to taste that cucumber. If you know from previous episodes, I don't like using more than 1/2 ounce of citrus. I just feel like it's too tart at that point. We can add more, but I'm going to put a 1/2 ounce of lemon. Oh, that was a nice pour. My Elderflower Liqueur, I also don't want too much of that. It's pretty sweet. I don't want this drink to be too sweet yet. So I'm gonna also start with a 1/2 ounce of Elderflower. Just as like a little visual interest. And by visual, I mean tastular. Some tastular interest. Aha, here it is. So I'm gonna give this a little mix and see how we're doing so far. That's good. So why is it good? That's a good question. Also notice, I don't know if you can see, maybe I'll like hold it here, but I didn't shake it yet. And you can see like the bits of lemon not emulsified in there, which is a reason that we shake it to agitate it. There's like little like weird fragments of lemon in there, which this is why we shake it, to get those all incorporated. So it's gin forward. The gin perfectly balances that sweet cucumber. So it's not too sweet at this point. It's definitely good for my palate. The lemon works so well in there. It adds some tartness, and the elderflower backs it up with some sweetness. I'm going to add a little bit of Campari, because right now the drink is way too safe. It's like, and it's way too like ginny. It doesn't feel like I did much to it. It feels like almost like I used a cucumber gin, if such a thing exists. So this Campari will add some bitterness to it, which this drink is lacking. It's sweet and it's savory, but it's not bitter. So adding a little bit of bitter can be a good option. So, and it'll also make it a nicer color. It was kind of like tinkle color, just a little tinkle. So this will make it a nice, like rose. No, what's this color?
Rose.
Like peach, like salmon.
Yeah,
that's probably.
I'd say salmon. It's pretty close to it.
That was probably like a 1/4 ounce of Campari. It's not featured. You have to be careful with Campari. It's very potent, but it makes it feel drier on the tongue, not in like wetness, but drier in flavor. So it curves that sweetness just a little bit. The question is, do I want to add some simple syrup? I'm gonna go with yes. So in the spirit, there's sugar qualities in here. There's a taste of sweet, but not like the sensation of sweet. So I'm gonna take a little risk and add a few bar spoons of simple syrup. Knowing from what Danielle and Jen like, they have more of a palate for sweeter flavors, so I'm going to add 3 bar spoons, which is probably no more than 1/4 ounce. And I think just the sensation of sugar on the tongue will be appealing. Finally, I will add some Peychaud bitters. That'll add a little bit of a herbal quality to it. Once again, only like 2 little dashes. And then I think that'll add just like a little bit of perfume quality to it. And just like a little interest in flavor. I feel like I'm nailing it right now. I'm a little drunk. But sometimes when I wash it back, I'm like, we have Campari, which is good. We're gonna pour it in. So just for the record, I feel like I'm nailing it right now. We shall see. So I'm going to shake this to get all those lemony bits incorporated. So we're gonna serve it up. No reason to put this on the rocks. It's gonna be like a nice cocktail for an evening. So I'm gonna give it a shake. Probably like, I'm gonna just shake it enough. You get the picture. Since there's no muddled ingredients in here, this has a built-in strainer that I can use. I'm gonna use a secondary strainer just to filter out any of the, oh, look at that color. That's a beautiful color. It's, rosada. That's just pink in Spanish. Ooh, and look at that, that's a great volume too. We might need to tweak it just a little bit, but let me see how it tastes now. And I present to you the Cucumber Gimlet. We'll keep it simple with the name, keep it with the inspiration. So let's taste it, because we might need to adjust, but I'm pretty confident. Thing I didn't mention, like as I was leaning in, you can smell the cucumber and you can taste the cucumber. I think drinking that liqueur on its own, the sweetness was very off-putting, but I think all the other ingredients mellowed out. So yeah, it's good. It's good. Let me taste it again. You can taste the Campari and the Peychaud bitters, which once again, these have like a anise flavor, so like a black licorice fennel sort of flavor. You can't taste them on their own. They're so subtle in there, but it's gonna sound weird, but they tickle the tip of your tongue. So when you're drinking it, like you just get it at first. There's a nice sensation of bitterness, but they're so subtle in there that you don't really perceive it. You just feel it, which is perceiving it. I don't know what I'm trying to say. It has a nice mouthfeel. I guess that's what it is. I do apologize if like saying it has a good mouthfeel is completely obtuse. It's one of those things that's just part of the sensation. I don't know. We'll see if Jen and Danielle pick up on that. So I don't think I have to change anything. I like it. It's dry. It's surprisingly dry. I'm glad I put in the sugar. I might put in more of the sugar syrup, simple syrup. It's refreshing. I hope. For me. It's refreshing for me. So let's see what Jen and Danielle think. We'll start with you, Danielle. We'll start with Jen. Jen's gonna boost my confidence a little bit. Jen's polite.
Sitting on my wire. Sorry.
Sitting on my wire.
That's very good. Yeah, I think getting rid of the clawing sweetness really helped it. I'm salivating right now.
I think that's
good. It's like a cucumber melon scent in flavor form.
The cucumber is very pronounced in there, which I like.
Yeah.
It smells very good. Yeah, I think cutting the sweetness, and I think mixing the elderflower and the floral and herbal stuff with it helped.
It gives it some dimension. So before I added those ingredients, it tasted almost the same, but it lacked that little that little bit of interest in there. And also too, like if it changed the color, which
I was gonna say the color, seeing it
really pretty.
Yeah, and visual appetite is part of it too.
It says I can still very clearly taste the cucumber.
Yeah.
But everything else.
But I forgot to garnish it. Hold on. Where did my garnish go? Sorry. I made this garnish. I'm going to garnish it with some lemon. I wonder if this will affect the flavor profile. I wouldn't garnish it with cucumber. The cucumber's already pretty present on the nose. This lemon doesn't want to express its oils, but I'm just curious to see if this will affect it in any major way. Yeah, that lemon rind had no oils in it. Yeah, never mind. The garnish didn't really do much. I might honestly garnish this with like a cucumber in the middle or on a toothpick.
Danielle suggested a whole cucumber.
I was thinking that. Like a little cucumber just like... I can see like a bar taking a whole cucumber and like scooping it out and like putting the drink in there, and you have to like... suck
it off until you get all the alcohol out.
No. In this episode, we took cucumber and built a cocktail around it. And hopefully your intuition is getting to the point where when you thought cucumber, you were thinking more vodka and gin, citrus. If you know like what foods work together, typically you can know which cocktails work together. That's why you'll probably see me smell a lot of things. If you can get the smell-taste association, then it's easy to put flavors together that blend. So hopefully, the more that you watch these, the more that you learn my process, and you can start making your own cocktails. Because here's the thing. If you Google search, like, give me a cocktail for this, it's up in the air. Some of those recipes online are awful. They're really, really bad. So really knowing what you like and making things that work for you, it's a great skill. Drinkosaurus is a production of Little Giant Monsters. If you'd like to see other things we're working on, visit us at littlegiantmonsters.com. We have wonderful other series, so check those out. If you really like what we're doing, please consider supporting us on Patreon, just like these awesome people. Knock, knock. Who's there? It's the comment section. And you know what? It wants you to put some words in it. Leave me some comments below. Give me suggestions for future videos. This is like episode 22, 23. I've been doing this for a while, and I want some ideas. Challenge me. Give me some tricky ingredients to work with, but not like, not pepperoni. Please do not wink. No wink. Take the wink back. Do not recommend pepperoni liqueur. If you have any ingredients that you're curious about, let me know. Yeah, I want to involve the community. I really like comments and suggestions, so let me know. That is all for today's episode. Keep on mixing, keep on finding some new ingredients, and most importantly, drink Saurus. It's good. It's so cucumbery, and I want to add some black pepper. No. Wanna know what would be good with this? Pepperoni. No. That's all for today's episode. Bye. See you later.